Welcome, dear dreamer. You found your way to Moonlight Whispers, a quiet corner of the night where stories breathe softly, time slows down, and the world feels just a little more gentle. Settle in, let your thoughts rest, and allow tonight's tale to guide you into calm, warmth, and wonder. Tonight, let me tell you a story that drifts like snowfall, tender and soft. A story about the quiet space between endings and beginnings. A story about a snowman who guarded something far more delicate than a gate. He guarded the moments when one year breathes out and another breathes in. So wrap yourself in something warm. Let your shoulders relax. Let the world outside soften into a blur. And step with me into the hush of winter. This is the snowman who guarded the door between seasons. In a valley surrounded by evergreen forests and snow-dusted hills, there lay a little town named Everwind, a place where winter lingered lovingly, as if it enjoyed the company of the people who lived there. The villagers had tradition. Every winter on the coldest nights of the year, when the sky shimmered with stardust and the wind hummed with the faint echo of the old year's footsteps, they built a snowman at the edge of the woods. But this was no ordinary snowman. They shaped him with careful hands, using the cleanest snow. They gave him a scarf, knitted from threads of midnight blue wool, a pair of polished coal eyes that seemed to hold reflections of stars no one could name, and a tiny wooden heart carved from the branch of an ancient birch that had lived long enough to witness many winters come and go. The villagers always whispered, "May he watch the door well." Children would ask, "What door?" But adults only smiled and said, "You'll know when you're older." Over the years, stories had spread like frosts, that when the coldest nights arrived and the old year grew tired, the snowman opened his eyes and came alive. Not with grand fireworks, not with magic bursting through the sky. No, with quiet movements, like the first stir of a dream. And this year was no different. As midnight neared and the last evening of the year settled over Everwind, the air grew still, still enough that even the snowflakes seemed to pause mid-fall. Then the snowman's cold eyes blinked. He lifted his head gently, snowflakes sliding from his hat. He stretched his twig arms as if waking from a long, peaceful slumber. He looked toward the forest where shadows glowed faintly with pale blue light. And he nodded. "It's time," he whispered, though no one was there to hear him. Or so it seemed. Because the forest heard, the sky heard, and the year itself listened. Beyond the tree line, hidden from ordinary eyes, stood a wooden arch woven from branches of every season. Spring blossoms frozen in crystalline ice, summer leaves preserved in shimmering frost, autumn twigs glowing ember red, and winter snow soft as breath blanketing it all. This was the door between seasons. It appeared only once a year, when the old year faltered, exhaling its final sigh, and the new year reached out a small, shimmering hand. The snowman was its guardian. He stepped toward it slowly, his round body leaving gentle tracks in the untouched snow. The archway flickered with soft light, like the glow of distant lanterns. Behind him, faint whispers drifted in the air, echoes of time passing, children laughing in spring, rivers running in summer, leaves rustling in autumn, fires crackling in winter. The snowman stood before the door. He listened. He waited. Every year his task was the same, to ensure the transition happened with balance. No rush, no fear, just a gentle handover, Like someone passing a candle from one palm to another, the air thickened with silver mists. Footsteps approached, slow, weary, soft. From the fog emerged a figure, draped in robes woven from memories. Faded sunbeams, dried leaves, fallen petals, and snowflakes. The old year, his beard shimmered with fragments of time. Stars flickered gently in the folds of his cloak. Guardian, the old year said, his voice warm and tired, like a grandfather who had walked a long, long road. The snowman bowed. "You've carried much," he said softly. "I have," the old year replied. "Joy, sorrow, blooming beginnings, quiet endings." He paused. "And now, it's time to rest." The snowman stepped aside, revealing the glowing doorway. But before the old year entered, he placed something delicate into the snowman's hand, a tiny spark of golden light. "My last ember," he murmured. "Give it to the one who follows." The snowman nodded. "I will." And the old year, with a peaceful sigh, passed through the door, dissolving into gentle light that drifted upward like rising snowflakes. The forest grew quiet. Then, from within the archway, a soft bell-like sound rang, the sound of the world inhaling. A small figure stepped out, radiant, curious, filled with wonder. The new year, not a child of flesh and bone, but a being made of potential, shimmering with colors yet unnamed. The snowman knelt to meet it. "Hello," he said tenderly. The small being blinked up at him, eyes wide with innocence. "You'll need this," the snowman whispered, offering the golden ember the old year had entrusted to him. The new year reached out, cupping the spark in its palms. Lights bloomed, soft, warm, full of promise. "What is it?" the new year asked. "Your first memory," the snowman said. "It will guide you as you learn the world." The being smiled, the first smile of a new year. A small miracle. The door behind them faded, the forest brightened, and the snowman felt lighter. He had done his duty. Every year this moment felt bittersweet. He loved winter. He was winter, but even winter must yield for things to grow. The new year tugged gently at his twig hand. "Will I see you again?" "Of course," the snowman said, smiling. "When winter returns and the world becomes quiet, I'll be waiting right here." The new year nodded, hugging the snowman tightly before wandering off, carrying its golden ember into the world. The snowman watched it go. Then he stepped back to the edge of the village, found the perfect place beneath the moonlight, and let himself become still. By morning, the villagers awoke to find the snowman standing peacefully exactly where they had built him. His coal eyes soft, his wooden heart glowing faintly with golden warmth. The passage was gentle this year, the elders whispered. He did well, and so, every year, the snowman guards the moments between the year that was and the year that's just beginning. He teaches us this: for something new to bloom, something old must rest. Endings aren't endings at all, just snowflakes melting into streams, streams flowing into rivers, rivers finding their way to the sea. Everything continues, everything transforms. And somewhere, in the quiet winter woods, a snowman waits to guide the next transition with the gentlest touch and the softest hearts. Good night, and may your new beginnings be gentle and bright. May your nights be gentle, your dreams be kind, and may the moonlight always find you. Good night, dreamer.